Greetings, 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 everyone, and thank you for joining us on HeSpoke Fashion. Listen, I am your host, Daylon Thomas, and you have had an opportunity now to miss me for a while, but I'm glad to be back. And we're going to go into our show as soon as we get a few more of you to join, because we have a great show in store for you. So let's just watch a bit of this video, and we'll be right back. All right.
Growing as a man when you realize girls don't excite you no more, and not in a way to where it's like you're not attracted to them, but to the point where it's like you're lusting, or you're just looking at their body, or you're thinking of the next body you're getting. Like, once you are not interested in that anymore, you realize you've grown. Like, I'll hear certain conversation like, damn, my hunch fat, or damn, like, I'm trying to get in now, or I'm trying to kill that. It's like, nah, bro. It's like, I'm so past that now. And it's crazy because I used to be that person to really be interested in that, to really be like, interested in just cracking all the joints I can and just filling that void that was never going to get filled. And now I'm just at a point where it's like, I don't really care. If it's not something I'm actually building, like, what are we talking about? Like, I could be making money right now. I could be having ideas. I could be working right now. Like, that's where my brain is currently. I'm trying to build an empire. Like, certain things just don't get me going anymore. And that's just one of them. Feel me? I guess that's just a part of growth, bro. You're growing.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, listen. I'm glad you're joining us. And guys, you have just viewed this clip featuring this young man's insights, which a few months ago, I believe, went viral across social media, eliciting a wide range of reactions. Now, of course, if you're like me, you prefer to wait until the initial fervor subsides before responding, as this allows me an opportunity to assess whether these viral moments hold any valuable lessons for both you, our viewers, and even myself, particularly in the realms of fashion and style. So let's talk fashion. Now, guys, it is often the case that the key to addressing some of today's most pressing issues lie in the subtle yet powerful changes brought about by what I would consider a transformation in wardrobe or a transformation in style. Okay, give me a moment to elaborate. Frequently, an external change reflects an internal shift. Thus, altering your outward appearance can signify a change, watch this, in your circumstances. Now, I know you're going to dispute me all day, but give me a chance to build my case. But I hope that this resonates with you, that altering your outward appearance can signify a change in your circumstances. I'm going to prove my case. But before we dive further into our discussion, let's take a moment to appreciate the creativity and expression that fashion allows us. You see, guys, each garment, in my humble opinion, is a canvas, and every accessory is, I would say, a brushstroke contributing to a larger narrative that we tell about ourselves. Now, guys, whether it's the bold colors of streetwear that defy convention or the timeless elegance of a classic suit, a classic man that speaks to tradition. Fashion is a language that transcends words. Now, guys, in that video, the young man conveyed his satisfaction in recognizing his personal growth. Now, he can no longer view women merely as objects to satisfy his physical desires. Now, he stated that he no longer feels compelled to seek opportunities for engagement, which O'Shea Duke Jackson, shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson, refers to as booty clapping sounds. Come on, booty clapping sounds. That's what O'Shea Duke Jackson refers to them as. So while many express pride in this young man's development and his commitment to discipline, which may have prevented him from encountering future challenges similar to this guy, this guy right here. Yes. But guys, there were others who questioned his reasoning. Now, stay tuned. We'll be right back. And you don't want to miss this episode, all right? You don't want to miss this episode because we're going to dive right into this subject matter. You know what? Let's go right ahead and dive. Let me start again. Guys, thank you for joining us for tonight's show, and I'm going to dive directly into our discussion. Now, let me begin again by posing a question to everyone, all of you that are joining. And as a matter of fact, let's make this our poll question for tonight's show. So give me a moment here because I want to pose this question to you all because I believe it's going to set the tone for what we want to answer in our discussion tonight. And feel free to talk amongst yourselves as I'm getting this poll question together because, I want to start this off with a question here. And let's ask the simple question. Yes. Let's see here. All right, that is our poll question. Is it beneficial for black men to lose attraction to black women if it increases productivity? Now let's delve into that. Is it beneficial? Would you say if he loses that appeal, that attraction to our sister, it's a good thing if this shift, leads to increased productivity in that same young or old black man? Now, this evening, we aim to delve into an exploration of what we believe will uncover the true intentions behind the young man's statements. I believe there was something there, whether deliberate or inadvertent, and the potential impact on the black community. Get this, the black community as a whole. Subsequently, we will shift our focus to how fashion can play a role in addressing this issue. Let's get to it. Now, before we proceed with our discussion, of course, guys, you always know, let us present our first disclaimer. All right. Now that you've had the opportunity to review our disclaimer, let's get into this discussion. All right. Now, guys, the viral clip has prompted many viewers to contemplate that young man's story. And we contemplate that the young man's story extends beyond what is immediately apparent. Now, while some resonated with his perspective, others sensed underlining themes in his message. And I want to ask you, did you sense that there was something else that he was saying under the surface? And that underlying theme in his message, did it warrant further exploration? Now, I align with those who believe that certain unspoken elements were subtly conveyed in this segment. Ultimately, it is not solely what he articulated, but rather what remained unsaid that left many yearning for deeper insight. So in our pursuit of deeper insights, we will focus our discussion tonight on addressing this question, which is, listen close. The question is simply this. Again, Have black women lost their appeal among black men? Now get this, guys, this is a very important question. So let's get into this. Let's get into this conversation. Now, fellas, I hope that you are locked into this discussion because I am going to need your help to determine if it is safe to say that this is truly the case. Now, judging from the comments, many, I must add, feel this way. Now, let's just take a look at a few of those comments, all right? Let's take a look at a few of them. First of all, this commenter says, the internet has pulled the mask off modern women's behavior, and men have taken notice. Now they move differently, make smarter choices, and protect themselves. Wow. That's what that young man had to say. Now, in this comment, the commenter contends that the internet has revealed instances of negative behavior among black women, which in turn has prompted a notable shift in the behavior of black men who they describe are, get this, moving differently. Oh my God. Oh my God. Woo, woo. Let me say this. Bruh. Listen, he says brothers are moving differently. Fellas, if you're moving differently in 2026, go ahead and put some thumbs up. Give me some likes. You put a 1 in the chat if you're moving differently because you seen what the environment looks like outside and you're like, I'm not going out there. No, I'm not going out there. You know what? I'm going to focus on me for a minute. Something has provoked you to move differently in 2026. And you know what, fellas? It might be a good thing. But we're going to hold that for a moment. Let's look at another comment. This commenter says, I feel the same, especially women in the U.S. I divorced my wife of 18 years in 2022, and my life changed when I visited Colombia. I've seen and had some of the most beautiful women in the States. These women don't even turn me on. They're invisible to me today. I'm stacking mine and traveling. Did you hear that? Did you hear that? Did you hear what the young man had to say? He says, ooh. He says, I'm stacking my chips. Now, he indicates that a change of scenery in Colombia has diminished his attraction to black women in the United States. Now, he mentions that he is accumulating resources, or better yet, as he puts it, he's stacking his chips in order to further his journey. Get this, as a passport, bro. Give this young man, I would give him the donkey of the day, but I don't have that sound effect. I'm going to give him a round. Oh my God! That's not what I want to give him, but I'm going to give this brother a round of applause for his efforts. He says he's going to stack his chips. All right, let's move on. This other commenter had this to say. This commenter says, I'm 38, and I can say this man has had enough. Because I feel the same way he feels. He said, I feel the same way. Oh, my God. Wow, ladies, what do you have to say about these commenters? Because this commenter, he expresses empathy towards that young man, indicating that he shares similar feelings, while emphasizing that such sentiments often stem from reaching a breaking point. Wow. Said it. He feels like that. Now let me pose this question to everyone, all right? Are you guys listening? Let me pose this question to you all right? Let me pose this question to you. And the question is simply this. Let me pose this question to you. This is the question I want to pose to you. Have you ever felt so disheartened in your search for a significant other that it made you consider giving up on finding your ideal partner? Now, guys, I know that it is a deeply personal experience, the one that many people can resonate with, because simply the journey of seeking a meaningful connection can scare you with challenges, and it's not uncommon to feel discouraged at times. However, it is important, and hear me close, fellas, hear me close. It's important to remember that these feelings are part of what makes us human, and that perseverance often leads to unexpected and beautiful discoveries. Did you get that? Let's continue. Now, guys, this commenter shared, when everything feels like it's never enough, men stop trying. We will be going where we are cherished. Wow. Going where we are cherished. Now, guys, listen. Listen. It appears that this commenter believes the young man has reached this conclusion due to the perception that satisfying a black woman is unattainable. Now, listen. I want to hear from you, men, because I believe that sometimes we are made to feel that way, that satisfying a black woman is unattainable. And listen, don't be offended because I'm saying black women, because this is what most black men are dealing with, black women. They want a beautiful black woman, all right? So some feel that satisfying a black woman is unattainable. Consequently, he feels justified, get this, in pursuing relationships with women who value black men. Oh, wait a minute. If his preference is black women, he wants to find a black woman. But because he feels like he cannot satisfy this black woman, or that satisfying black women is unattainable, then guess what he then pursues? Relationships with women who value. What is this new saying that they have out now? The new saying that young men have adopted, and some of you have adopted, is to not go where you're tolerated, but only where you're celebrated. And so because they feel that they cannot satisfy you, I'm trying to help you because they feel like they can't satisfy you, then what they're doing is pursuing relationships with those who value black men. Now, let me tell you, my sisters, if you are a woman who values black men, then you may have a lot of men coming your way. Come on.
Oh, my God.
Yes. You are the prize, my dear. You are the prize. But let me hear your thoughts. What are your thoughts on this matter? Do you find merit in what the commenter had to say? Now, have we reached a point in society where individuals are inclined to abandon relationships at the first sign of difficulty, rather than striving to resolve issues? Moreover, have black men embraced a new era characterized by a focus on more relaxed and what I would call fulfilling lifestyle, often referred to as the proverbial soft life? Come on, guys. Are you looking for the soft life? Now, these questions reflect significant shifts in what I would consider societal attitudes and personal priorities. Now, in today's fast-paced world, the tendency to swiftly move on from relationships, get this, at the first hint of trouble. It may stem from a variety of factors, including heightened individualism. The influence of social media could be one. And then a greater emphasis on personal well-being. Listen, I can be bad by myself. I can do bad just in my personal space. Why sacrifice my feelings when I could do bad by myself? Now, as for the embrace of a soft life by black men, this term often signifies, sadly, I might add, a conscious decision to prioritize peace, leisure, and self-care over the traditional hustle and grind mentality. Now, this shift may be influenced by a desire to break free from societal pressures and stereotypes that have historically demanded resilience and toughness. Now, guys, I'm having a problem, as you can see, with this new verbiage because this soft life and you know, moving away from what many of us and that we would call ourselves, I guess they would call us unk in this terminology that they're using now, moving away from this toughness and this hustle and grind mentality that has been a traditional amongst black men is something that we are seeing a lot of the younger men doing. They're choosing to move away from being tough and resilient. But could this be the reason why this young man has subtly distanced himself from black women? Guys, one might contend that this may be a plausible explanation. Nevertheless, let us proceed further, because I find it quite intriguing, guys, if you ask me, that this young man felt comfortable enough to express his truth. Now, historically, there was a time when black men struggled, and I say even today, struggle to share emotions that did not conform to the narrative portraying black women as anything less than perfect. You know what I mean? I mean, if you didn't say that you were just intrigued and enamored with the black woman, there was something to be said. But now this is a testament to the evolving conversation surrounding vulnerability and mental health within the community. Now here I'm going to pause for a minute, and I'm going to give a shout out to Kenneth Wakefield, who's doing a tremendous job in the area of mental health here in the great state of New Jersey. He's doing a great job with men's mental health, because this is something that we often sweep under the rug and we leave it there. And next thing you know, you've swept so much under the rug that you literally trip over the rug every time you walk past it. But now is the time, my brothers, for us to do that. We have to pull that rug up and deal with what we swept up under it. Because you know what? What I found and what I've learned, shout out to Overseer Kenneth Wakefield, what I've learned is that sometimes that trip up that you've made because you tripped over that stuff that you've been sweeping under the rug, it does impact others. You tripped, and so it delayed your progress. You should have been further along, but you can't. You aren't, because you tripped. And so dealing with mental health is important. So shout out to Overseer Kenneth Wakefield, a wonderful job that he's doing in the area of men's mental health. And I wish I could put his information down below. Maybe I'll try to add it at some point, but maybe I'll do a link in the chat. How about that? I'll pin it to the chat. So you guys, if you know anyone that is dealing with mental health issues, sometimes childhood trauma, I'm going to share that link so you can reach out. I'm sure he'll be able to help. Now, guys, back to our conversation. As society progresses, we're accepting and we're witnessing a growing acceptance, and I would consider that to be a good thing, and understanding that everyone, regardless of race or gender, has a complex emotional landscape that's deserving of expression and empathy. Empathy. That's a big word. Now, this shift is not only empowering individuals to be more authentic, which is always a great thing, but also fostering deeper connections and mutual support within our communities. All right, moving on. All right, let's get back to this. Now, another commenter shared this. They said, women only have like one of like 7 personalities. They all are a copy of whatever women they consume. Now that sounds consume the most, right? Now this commenter appears to concentrate closely on the challenges identified by the previous commenter. Right? He chimes in, he piggybacks on what the other commenter said, all right? He says particularly that those faced by this young man, a sentiment that may resonate, with many young black men, these challenges. Additionally, this perspective seems to be reflected in the remarks of several, and I'm talking about several, subsequent commenters. I can't get to them all tonight. But the original comment states this: that's extremely generous. More like 2 types. For the streets or not for the streets. And at least 80% are the former. Wow. Did you guys get that? Did you hear what this guy, now that, I'm gonna have to go with this.
Bruh.
Yes. Gentlemen, listen, I would like to hear your thoughts on this observation. Get this. Are there truly only 2 categories? Those for the streets and those not for the streets. Okay. Listen, in fact, this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pose our second question this evening. I'm going to show, let's see here. Let's did that poll and let's try another poll here. Let's see. We want to understand here. Is it just 2? Is it just 2 types? And I know that most will say that they are part of only one. All right. Are most women behaving like they are for the streets or not for the streets? All right. That's our poll question for tonight. Our second one. All right. Are most black women behaving like they are for the streets or not for the streets? Let me hear from you, gentlemen. Let me hear from you. I believe that most of us will agree that they're not for the streets, but that doesn't mean that they aren't dressing. Moving on. Now, from this comment, it appears that others have embraced the notion that despite the numerous women present, most tend to exhibit only 1 or 2 predominant personality traits. Now, the commenter reinforces this sentiment by providing an illustrative example in his remarks. So let's take a listen, or no, let's just go to what this commenter said. All right. This commenter says this: I'm under 30 and I agree. He says, chasing buns will leave you broke and bored. I turned 28 just typing out a reply before a woman would send a message to see if I could predict what would happen. More often than not, I was spot on. There's no variety, just different variations of the same person. Wow. Now, this statement is indeed quite severe. It says no variety, just different variations of the same person. However, one must consider whether there is any validity to this statement. Have black women inadvertently fallen into a pattern of sameness? Are they, in some instances, settling for a contemporary iteration, guys, of, unfortunately, what we would call the Stepford wives?
Sarah, Claire. Marianne.
Charmaine.
Roger.
Roberta.
All right, all right. Now, guys, you saw that with the, just having a bit of fun here, but you saw in the Stepford wives, they all had the same look. They all appeared to be the same person, although there were numerous women and numerous wives. And this raises an important question about representation and individuality within cultural narratives. Let me make it plain. Are we all looking the same? Now, while it may seem like a daunting observation, it's essential to delve deeper into the different nuances of this claim. The notion of sameness is what I want to speak about among black women overlooks the rich, what I would consider tapestry. Yes, what a great word. Of experiences, talents, and perspectives that bring to the table, that each woman brings to the table. Now, we can agree that each woman should embody a unique blend of cultural heritage, personal experiences, and aspirations that defy categorization, excuse me. But have they sold that notion? And guys, hear me close, and I don't want to be mean or anything, but have they sold that notion simply for this? And that is this, the Baddies starter kit. I mean, have they sold out for that? That's what I want to know. I'm sorry, guys. Because if that is the case, I can see why this commenters responded in kind when they shared this comment. We watched Tom Brady pull off the greatest comeback victory in American sports only to get left for a jiu-jitsu teacher. The juice is not worth the squeeze. Excuse me. Did you guys get that? Said the juice is not worth the squeeze. The juice is not worth the squeeze is simply wild. Do you hear me? The juice is not worth the squeeze. All right, guys, gentlemen, while our primary discussion and focus has been on black women and their apparent consensus on simply adopting a uniform style reminiscent of the past, it's important to recognize that there was a time when there was a diverse range of women, could easily be found at church. Yes, at church on Sunday mornings. Yes, there was a time when this could happen, when they would be found at church. No, seriously, on Sunday morning.
Son, you can't go to no bar to find a nice woman. You got to go to a nice place, a quiet place like a library. There's good women there. And at church, it's good girls. Or this place here, where I'm going tonight, the Black Awareness Rally, It's gonna be some fine women there. Good, clean girls. That's where I'm going. Where you messed up, son.
There you have it, ladies and gentlemen. There was a time when that could happen. However, that seems to be, in my humble opinion, a relic of the past. Especially, guys, and I hate to go here, but especially when the pastor's wife is seen dressing in a particular manner that raises eyebrows. Now, guys, listen. I will refrain from further criticism because, as I understand, this story is not new, yes, as you know, and she has since apologized for her inappropriate attire for the occasion. Yes. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. What did you say, Grogu? Oh, guys. Grogu just reminded me or he just revealed to me that she did not apologize personally, but rather her husband addressed it during his sermon, claiming that he purchased the dress. Well, hey guys, I stand corrected. The situation appears, in my opinion, quite troubling. Moving on. I don't want to dwell on that. Let's get back to what we're talking about, because we must ask ourselves, will black men continue to lose their desire for black women as time progresses? Or is there a way to prevent this trend? Guys, it's crucial to note that many young black men have stepped away from dating, citing financial concerns and a focus really on personal development, on their education, and even on their careers. And guys, I commend them for prioritizing their growth. Nevertheless, another reality persists within, guys, the black community, because we are increasingly choosing to date outside our race compared to previous generations. Now, while the decision to love whomever one chooses is really valid and personal, my concern lies with those who wish to pursue relationships within their own community and the barriers that they may even face. Now, guys, listen. In this context, I believe that some young men may perceive a lack of appeal in black women due to the growing trend of uniformity in appearance. Now, hear me close. Allow me to elaborate just a bit. An increasing number of black women seem to share a similar aesthetic. Now, guys, whether through lashes, through eyebrows, to nail sets, or even hair extensions, they often sport coordinated, fashionable outfits. Now, guys, hear me close. This pattern diminishes the diversity that once characterized individual expression, which, guys, men, we love that. We call variety the spice of life. Now, to the black women out there, listen, I want to celebrate, again, the rich tapestry. That's that word again, that rich tapestry. I love it, of individuality, and encourage an environment where personal expression flourishes. After all, your uniqueness is what truly makes you stand out. And that is what I never want you to forget. It is your uniqueness that makes you stand out. Now, let's cherish the beauty of individuality and the strength that comes from unity, get this, in diversity. And while trends may come and go, the essence of who you are should always be celebrated. Now, to my black man, what lessons can we draw from this observation? Now, guys, it's crucial to recognize that we must avoid presenting ourselves in a one-dimensional manner. Allow me to elaborate. Now, current trends indicate that black men often choose between a limited range of hairstyles, such as locks or another specific style. Yes, this is where we are. Let's deal with it. We are here. However, guys, the locks hairstyle has not only sparked controversy in the streets. You may be surprised to learn that men with locks are also making waves in other areas. Now, I'm telling you, you're not going to believe me, but I hope that there is someone who will hear me and believe me. I hope there's someone who will, because this is happening. This is happening. Yes, it is. And I want to share where it's happening. So let me share where this is happening, guys. I hope you're enjoying the show. Go ahead and hit the like button if you enjoy this content. If you're enjoying this show, hit the like button, share it with someone. But there are people who are having a bit of problems with these new hairstyles. So let's watch.
Oh, Jesus. Can I just have some good old-fashioned singing? And these men take these buns out of their head. Can you men, can y'all just please, can y'all take all these French rolls out of your head? I'm sick of what. Why can't y'all just come in here? Can we just have a good old-fashioned service in those, in the concerts and that? Can we just have some meetings? And the men coming in, you don't have to do all that. Now, I'm not talking about the people in the world. I'm talking these folks come out, I'm saved, sanctified, and filled up. I ain't talking about them. The world's supposed to be the world. I'm talking about folks, and we just put up with anything. Yeah. Playing the drums and your hair just as blonde as mine, and man, you're long. Come on, can't we have some sanctification again? What happened to sanctification? Why we gotta be so much like the world? Does anybody want to be like Jesus? Now, I am not talking about people that's coming in and trying. I'm talking about people that's supposed to be standard bearers. My goodness, I can't hardly enjoy the song for listen. That's why I don't even want to look at no videos. Just let me hear the music. The moment I see you in there with your big self, go get a haircut. Why you gotta have all these, then put blonde in your hair, and my God, some of them in their hair look better than ours, women. Got it all French rolled and up here, and folks just so much want some music in the church, you let anything happen. Now, I don't want to hear you. Get a haircut. And I'm not putting you down because I don't believe God like that. Oh, Jesus.
All right. I'm telling you. Did you hear? So, you know, these buns, you got your French rolls, and listen, it may look lovely on you, but somebody's watching it and they are saying, come on, brother, can you change it up just a little bit? Now, similarly, when it comes to footwear, one can anticipate that a black man is likely to wear a particular type of shoe or sneaker. Furthermore, on a first date, there are common outfit choices that tend to prevail. Guys, by expanding our self-presentation, we can embrace a broader identity just simply by expanding our self-presentation. Now, this expansion not only enriches our personal experiences, but also challenges, get this, stereotypes, and then it broadens perceptions. Now, by diversifying our choices in fashion, in grooming, and even in self-expression, we demonstrate the multifaceted nature of our identities. Guys, we inspire those around us to see us as individuals first, each with unique stories, with unique talents, and even unique perspectives. Moreover, embracing a variety of styles allows us to explore the vast array of possibilities that lie beyond convention. By doing so, we open the door to new opportunities and redefine what it means to be authentically ourselves. Do you get that? To be authentically ourselves. And so, guys, the young man featured in this video displayed a pragmatic perspective. The current social climate, along with the examples set by artists like Young Miami, has contributed to a diminishing appreciation for the male-female dynamic and casual interactions, resulting in a loss of desire for Black women, and in some cases, also for Black men. You don't believe me? I know you didn't believe me. Let me show you.
A provider, I need someone that's, God-fearing, that's religion, that believe in God, someone that leads.
What is the minimum net worth that he has to have?
I want like a man that at least got like $100 million.
Okay, yeah, at least, okay, we just crossed off a lot of people off that list. There's a lot of contenders that just walked the other way. Your DMs will now be flooded with 10 people, I think.
That's good.
That's good.
Narrow them down, God. Yeah. Thank you.
Standards.
Gotta have a coin, a provider.
And you wonder why many young Black men have just given up. It's because of behavior and comments like that. That many Black men are articulating their experiences and the changes that they are observing. Yet some women respond by simply questioning whether men still value women. You see, guys, this often leads to a narrative that conflates these feelings with a supposed animosity towards women. You just heard what Young Miami said. So it is essential for us to acknowledge that, guys, get this, that many Black men are increasingly disenchanted with the current landscape of relationships. They're simply disenchanted, which leads to non-interest. Historically, the innate desire for women provided sufficient motivation for men to pursue connections. However, as more young men report never having even approached a woman, the media tends to frame this as a fear of rejection. But guys, this perspective overlooks the reality that these men are simply more discerning, more informed shoppers, if you will, particularly in an age where social media serves as a comprehensive guide akin to a large-scale consumer report. That's right, a consumer report. Yeah, it tells you what you should buy and what you shouldn't buy and the reasons why, because so many people have bought this product and they're telling you that it's not of good value. Now, guys, allow me to share a story that I hope will resonate with each of you. All right, let me share this story with you. Now, in a small city where every young Black man seemed to dress the same, all right? There were skinny jeans, designer sneakers, graphic tees, fitted caps. My friend Marcus blended right in. Guys, he had a good job, he had his own place, and even a great personality. But when it came to dating, nothing ever lasted. One night, standing in line at a lounge surrounded by men, guys, get this, that were dressed exactly like him to the T, he overheard someone say, "They all look copy and paste." What? Yes, they all look copy and paste. And you know what? That stuck with my friend Marcus. The next morning, Marcus looked at his closet and he realized he had been playing it safe, and he decided to take a risk. He swapped his graphic tees for tailored shirts. He added layers of texture, experimented with color, and chose pieces that felt intentional instead of automatic. At first, he felt exposed. I understand that. Many of us would. But get this, soon, people noticed. Conversations came easier. Compliments followed. More importantly, his confidence grew. Not because of the clothes, no, but because he finally felt authentic. At an art walk downtown, dressed in a bold jacket and loafers he once thought were too much, he met Aaliyah. I like a man who doesn't look like everyone else, she said to him. Marcus smiled. I used to. But this time, the first date led to a second, and then more. Marcus realized that he was never unlucky in love. He was just invisible. The moment he stopped blending in and dared to stand out, love finally saw him. And let me tell you guys, if you want love to find you, I dare you. I double dog dare you to just stand out. Don't be copy and paste, but be your true, authentic self. That's what we want. Listen, guys, listen. That is all that I have for you on this evening. And I am so thankful that you've taken the time to spend this time with us. Yes, I enjoyed this show. And guys, I really enjoyed you. I enjoyed your comments. I see them in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Chat, you are my co-host. I thank you for joining us. But listen, that is all I have for you tonight. All right? And I want you to do me a favor. Have a good night, good fashion, and remember, HeSpoke Fashion to you. See you next time. I hope you'll be back to join us. All right? Enjoy your night.